What's up?
Okay, today is
Cruise Day!
September 1st. Clearly, we're not on Allure of the Seas right now. This is due to the Hurricane Dorian, which was just updated to a Category 5. We do live in Florida, so we've been watching it pretty closely. But overall, our cruise has been postponed until Wednesday, the 4th. We got an email on Friday, right? Thursday
evening.
Thursday
At 9 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 9.
Yeah, we got a late email. Basically just stating that it was being postponed. I think with that, there's mixed emotions. Like,
See what they did. I mean, like, keeping everybody safe.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so, like, I'm upset with the situation that is. Like, I'm upset that the hurricane's there. I'm upset that it's affected our cruise. Like, I'm upset with just the situation at hand. I'm not really upset that Royal Caribbean wanted to keep with everyone being safe. And, I mean, they have thousands of people. I mean, taking into consideration the guests and the crew, that's 8,000 lives that they have to protect. And on top of that, like, the embarkment of the next set. So,
and not to mention, let's be real here, their assets as well. I mean,
it's a big ship.
Allure of the Seas,
billions of dollars.
Allure of the Seas cost $1.3 billion to build, so they're going to protect that one as well. Obviously, lives are first and foremost priority, but they also have to think what's best for the ship, the lives, and just to make everything better for everybody.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we get the short end of the stick.
The people who are on the cruise line get 3 extra days and 2 extra ports. So it's kind of disheartening to know that they're kind of getting, like, my vacation. And I say I, but I mean we, in a sense, are getting, I don't want to say screwed, but it's kind of what it is. I mean, like I said, like, we understand. It's just, it's hard.
The issue is, my opinion, and I know it also goes on ports, so you guys don't need to comment saying, well, it's all due on the ports. I get that. If the ports aren't going to be open, then obviously they can't dock.
I mean, like, I think some of the ports would have stayed open a bit longer, but I think because everybody made the decision not to come in,
they went ahead and closed up shop.
Yeah. I think Royal Caribbean maybe jumped on it a little too quickly because of what happened with the one ship, was it Anthem of the Seas?
Yeah.
I think they were just a little too quick to jump on it.
Yeah, everybody, if you haven't watched the Anthem of the Seas going through Hurricane Chris, it's all over YouTube. People on board, news broadcasts, all that stuff. So I know that was bad PR for Royal Caribbean, and they don't want another incident like that. But let's be real. It's Sunday, and the storm isn't even. I mean,
it literally just got to the Bahamas.
Yeah, it's.
So
I think the latest track. Currently, it's 10:17 when we're doing this recording for you guys. So the 8 o'clock track is what I'm going to go by right now. They had it like 188 miles due east of West Palm Beach as of 8 o'clock. Now, Allure of the Seas, if it would have came in today, would have been
well on its way out.
Yeah, well on its way out. It would have departed by 4:30. My personal uneducated decision of, making assumptions. I think they could have brought the ship in some people may disagree with me, but I think the ship would have been just fine. Not only Allure of the Seas is affected, it's all the ships that are...
Carnival was also on the list.
NCL.
Yeah. And like we said, you know, we understand. We're not mad at Royal Caribbean by any means. These are just our opinions on it. I mean...
We had a whole thing planned.
Yeah, so... we were going to surprise the kids.
Yeah, the kids did not know about what the surprise was. The surprise was actually going to be a Fort Lauderdale overnight, 2 nights in Fort Lauderdale starting Friday, which had already passed, obviously. Obviously, you see, we're not in Fort Lauderdale. We're still at home.
And we did cancel the hotel. There was no point of going out there for 2 days, come back to go back out there. So we think we might just go like a day early or whatever for the cruise and just kind of do one night there.
We'll have to watch the storm. I mean, the storm is supposed to be coming close to Florida. It's not even going to hit Florida, which is good, but it's still going to have your high winds. It's still going to have, you know, you're going...
Sorry.
Still going to have, you know, major flooding.
Yeah, we're going to get the wind, the rain, the storm surge. All that's going to happen over there. So we will have to watch it. But as far as like where we are, we're
safe.
Yeah, we were in that cone for the longest time.
But I think only the northeast of Florida currently is in the cone, like Jacksonville.
Yeah, barely in the cone, like just like the coastal line of it.
I don't even think it's going to hit the United States at all. It's coming close to North Carolina, but it may.
It literally is taking the coastline of all these states and then going back out to the ocean. So. I think
Hurricane Dorian's afraid of land because it was supposed to hit the Dominican Republic.
No, did you see that one meme? It was It should have just been called Dory, like Finding Nemo, because she's constantly forgetting where she's at. Sorry. It's a Facebook thing.
We're on YouTube, not Facebook.
I know.
No, we are.
But well, I mean, technically. Anyways. Today, was it? Yeah, today. It was this morning that I started unpacking stuff, right?
Yeah, we actually have to unpack some of our stuff.
So the trip is not canceled. It has not been canceled.
We're still going.
So this is the way it was supposed to go. We were getting postponed to Wednesday, as of right now. And then we were getting compensated for the 3 days we missed. On top of that, we're getting a 3-day credit towards another cruise through them. If we don't use the 3-day credit that they're giving back to us for the 3 days we missed, it'll just go back on whatever card's on file or whatever. And they're refunding the excursion we had planned.
Kids were very, very upset about Dumb Rivers Falls.
They were crying. They were so upset.
They really wanted to do that. You know, I've done it, but
that's fine. We'll just have to.
We'll have to make a trip to Jamaica at some point.
Through a cruise line, right?
Cruise or hotel? Who knows?
Okay, that's probably like a long flight. Remember how we were talking about the flights to like all these places that are more than 2 hours?
It's not that far.
We'll
Jamaica would be a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
Here.
We'll see. I like my feet on land or on sea. Which is really weird because I flew a lot when I was a kid. Like, a lot.
Not a problem for me.
Anyways, so the excursion, they're refunding us back. They're prorating our drink package, so they'll give us back the prorated that we didn't use, obviously. And then we are going to Cozumel, Mexico, which is supposed to be our last stop anyway. So basically, they just took our trip and cut part of it out. And we're just visiting. We're going to sea. We're going to have a sea day, Cozumel, and then a sea day back. That's it. But I mean, at least it's a trip. Like we're we're still gonna go. We're still gonna make the best of it, that we can. We're gonna try to have fun on it.
Oh, we will have fun.
And I'm gonna tell you this: it's gonna have nobody on there.
There's a lot of people canceling.
A lot of people were canceling.
I don't get that. I mean, I do get it, but I don't get it. I see their point. They really wanted a 7-day cruise. I mean, clearly we all wanted a 7-day cruise, but
8 days, 7 nights.
Okay. But we just, I get it. I understand why they're doing it, but
some are just doing it because they were mad, but.
And then they're mad at Royal Caribbean for not giving them their money back. It's only toward a future.
Yeah,
cruise.
So that was the other option. If you didn't take the sailing option, they were going to refund you 100% of your cruise, but it was towards another cruise. So you can basically reschedule your cruise in a sense. So it wasn't like you got your actual money back.
You make out by actually going.
Yeah.
You get the extra 3 days.
Yeah.
So technically you get 6 free days. So
yeah, and we're going to actually use that. We're going to put that towards...
Not 6 free days. 3 free days, but 3 that we've already paid for.
Yeah. But we're going to use that towards another cruise. We're going to see what they have on board as far as sail dates and stuff. So...
Yeah. So... It's a bummer, nonetheless. But I think it'll be alright. We'll make the best of it. We just have to rethink what we're going to do on the cruise. Because we have a short period of time.
And that was one of the things that was really hard for me, was because it's such a big ship.
But maybe...
So many things to do.
I think it'd be really cool. I don't know if this is going to happen, guys. But... to go back on Allure of the Seas when it's refurbed.
Yeah, and we can use our credit towards that.
Yeah.
But see, I wanted to go to Mamma Mia. We never really do the whole play thing. I think it's because we were always just the kids, and they were too young, and it was just never really got to do it.
More musical than a play.
Yeah, but see, I love musicals, so
I would have went for her.
That's pretty much all it would have been. But, it's a 2.5 hour show, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, that's 2.5 hours that I could be doing something else. I mean, when it was a longer trip, 2.5 hours, was okay, that's fine, it's whatever. But now that my days are very limited on the ship, I think I can find, a better use of our time than to sit there.
I think one of the things I still really want to do, as far as show-wise, is the Aqua Show.
Yeah. I would really like to go to one of the ice shows, too, just because I've never seen an ice show. Mm-hmm. But, again, it's one of those things, it's okay, it's 45 minutes, and then we have the other show, which is 45 minutes, that's an hour and a half, and it's well, what else can we be... That's the hardest part, I think, is if it was the MSC where there wasn't a whole lot...
Then it'd be fine.
Then it would be fine. I mean, because that's what you would do to, spend your time, but... I want to explore. I want to go and explore the ship, and that's going to be pretty much a day in itself. So there's so little bit of time to do as much as that Allure has to offer. So I think that's going to be one of the hardest things. That's the hardest thing to kind of wrap your head around. That and your vacation shorter. But, I mean...
have to make the best of what we got.
Yeah. We're not really the type of people to get stuck on the downfalls of things. I mean, we had our moments throughout the whole time. Today, this morning was a little bummed because today technically we were supposed to be boarding. So it's a little disheartening that way, but...
When 4:30 comes around, you're yep, we're supposed to be departing.
So, but I mean, we didn't really stick on it too much. We occupied ourselves with other things. So.
What, going to the store?
Oh yeah, we got ducks. We got duck. Can I show them the ducks?
Sure.
Yeah, we got. Okay, first of all, let me tell you how hard it is to get ducks. Okay, apparently we're gonna have to like order ducks ahead of time and have them shipped to the house because nobody carries rubber ducks.
And they kept laughing at you.
Dude, I was calling all these stores. Okay, first we went to Walmart because we thought Walmart's got everything, right? No, they don't have ducks. They had like the little ones with like the hot, cold thing on the bottom of it, and they wanted was like $5 for it, something like that. It was crazy. Wasn't doing that, and but they didn't have like a pack of ducks. So I was like, okay. So I called the dollar store, which was right next to it. They're like, yeah, we got some ducks. They weren't rubber though. They were like this hard plastic.
We're still gonna use them.
We're still gonna use them, but they're like this big. So they were $1 a piece. So then I was sitting here calling around. I called Target. I called Kohl's. I called Bell's Outlet. We called Michael's. And then we and everybody when they get on, they're like, "How can I help you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, do you guys have rubber ducks?" And they'd be like, "I'm sorry, do what?" And I'm like,
literally, they said.
And I'm like, rubber ducks.
They really thought it was a prank phone call.
Yeah, so I'm like, the ones you play with the bathtub, the ones like quack quack, and they would just start laughing at me more than once. These people, and then you hear them. They don't actually put the phone on hold. They just kind of put the phone down, and they start talking to the other associates around. Do we have rubber ducks? This lady's she's asking for rubber ducks. And starts laughing, and then she gets back on. She goes, "No, ma'am, we don't." And I'm just like, okay. One person didn't even try. Like, I was like, "Do you guys have rubber ducks?" She goes, "What?" And I was like, rubber ducks. She goes, "I'm not sure what you're asking." I'm like, "Do you have the little yellow rubber duckies that go in the bathtub?" And she goes, "No, we don't, sorry." And then she like hung up on me, and I was like, okay. So then I finally called Bell's, and I think that's only a Florida thing. I don't know. No, I'm sure there's Bell's everywhere else, but where we're from, there's no Bell's.
I think Bell's is a Florida thing.
It might be. I love it.
If there's a Bell's near you, let us know.
Exactly. But I love them. And so I called them.
And if you don't know what Bell's is,
sorry.
It's a lot like a Kohl's.
It's like a Kohl's that's always got things on sale, and their prices are actually not bad. And, like, they have coupons and...
Like Kohl's.
Yeah, but...
It's basically identical to Kohl's.
Yeah, but, like, Kohl's, you can still go in and buy something, and you're paying, like, $50 for that one thing, even with the coupons and everything. This can be like the same price at Kohl's, and you're walking up paying like $5 for the same thing. Like, it's crazy. They'll let you put on like 3 different coupons at one time, and then let you use your Bell's bucks, which is like your Kohl's cash. Okay, so first, these are the dollar store ones. Okay, I'm just gonna show them how hard. They're plastic. But we got them. Okay, this one's mine though, because it's a captain. And we were going to hide it.
You're going to have it back there? We need like stuff in the background.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to go with us on our trips. He is going to be our Captain Quacks. That's actually kind of clever.
You just came up with that?
Just came up with it. Captain Quacks.
Let's see if you remember it tomorrow.
I will. Probably not. Anyways, we're still going to give these out, but it's going to go with like one for each one. So we got some nurses. Their hair is really weird. The ducks don't have hair anyway, so I mean, I guess it's whatever. But again, they're hard.
Feathers.
Yeah, but that's not hair. And then we got some fireman ducks.
Which is kind of cool for your first responders.
I mean, it really is. They're both. Yeah.
Well, I guess the nurse is kind of the first.
Exactly. So, those are our dollar store finds.
Ow.
Sorry. Okay. So, we called Bell's. And the lady goes, I don't know exactly. I can go look in the toy section if you would like me to. And I was like, yes, please. So, she does. And she gets back on the phone like 5 minutes later. She goes, we have...
Well, it wasn't 5 minutes, but...
Yeah, I can exaggerate a little bit. But anyways, she gets back on. She goes, yeah, we don't have a singular duck. She goes, but we have a little pack of them. I was like, oh my God, that's perfect. She goes, it's like $6 for 8 of them. And I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, can you just hold it? I'll be there shortly. So we go in, and I go over there, and there's this cute little bag of 8 little yellow ducks.
Different sizes, actually.
Yeah, and so she's like, well, I can show you where they're at because we got a whole bunch of them. And I was like, oh, okay, yes, because, 6 isn't really a whole lot. If you don't know the story behind the ducks, you're supposed to hide them on the cruise ships, and then, people find them. And anyways, so then we went over there, and for the same price, there was a pack of 10, and they were colorful. Now the only difference is they have numbers, but look how cute they are. So, obviously, we're going to get the better deal. So, they were literally both $5.97. This one has 10, the other one has 8. So,
and they're nice because they're all the same size.
Yeah.
And these ones will be a lot easier to put in little corners.
And because it was hard, we bought 1, 2, 3, 4.
We bought them out.
We bought them out. But that's okay because the way we figured it is we will do this with the big duck, and this will be for this trip, and then we have the credited trip.
What we'll do is every time we'll just take a pack, because that'll be good. Take a pack, and then we'll take the other 4 with us and hide those because just because we have them. And the dollar store doesn't return anything; they only switch it out for something.
Yeah, but see, we had to jump the gun on the whole getting the ducks at the dollar store because
I just wanted to make sure that we had
because
those 5.
Because nobody had them, and even at the other dollar stores, they didn't have them. So it was literally these and Captain Quacks. Okay, so with each pack, we're gonna give 1 big one. So it'll technically be 11 ducks going out each trip. We do have a spare one. Can you tell them about the carnival one?
No, we'll hold off on that.
They might have already heard it.
Yeah, well, keep them in suspense on that one.
Okay. So, that's what we did today. Which is fine because, that's something that we completely forgot about. We probably would have remembered it in Fort Lauderdale and had no luck out there trying to find ducks. So.
And also, jumping the gun here, switching gears. I believe it was the Carnival Horizon, by the way, that came into port. I think it was yesterday. And they had to disembark everybody on board. And they tried to, I guess, get people on board.
They disembarked people, and then they wanted to embark people, but the port wouldn't let them.
No. They said, nope, ain't happening. So they let everybody off, but didn't let anybody on, stranded all those passengers in Miami, and
they had to take their ship and
the
go
ship
out.
had to go.
Yeah,
because it can't sit there because of the storm coming.
So they've been literally just cruising around.
Yeah, so
in the water.
They're passengerless. At least they get a little break.
They, yeah.
So I know on the Carnival side, people are not happy.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not just our line. So there's going to be unhappy people. But that's, unfortunately, it's one of those things that's like you book during hurricane season, you kind of have to expect something. If nothing happens, great. If something happens, you're already kind of prepared for it. It was one of those things when we booked it, we were like, okay, it could happen.
And that's why...
And living in Florida, we obviously already know.
And we went through Irma.
Yeah. And we stayed home for Irma.
We didn't go there. Irma was a big 500-mile wide storm.
It literally covered the entire state of Florida.
It was a big storm, and when it came through, it came right up Marco Island, which is just due south of us.
I mean, we caught everything.
It went right up I-75. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
But luckily, no damage here at the house.
And it was funny because, I mean, there was damage everywhere. Our neighbor's tree fell down.
Not funny.
I mean, everybody's fences in our neighborhood was just destroyed. I mean, like,
there's still people to this day that are still
his aunt lives in one of the 55 and over communities, which is the mobile homes. And I mean, their trailers were
roofs ripped off.
I mean, her next door neighbors, like, it was literally just.
They had to put a whole new roof on that.
I mean, like, it just tore it apart. There were trailers in there that were just down. The fences were apart. At his mom's house, we all lived within like a mile of each other. And at his mom's, I mean, there was things all throughout her neighborhood.
Well,
but
the good thing is for us, we didn't have no damage.
Yeah,
except the trampoline tried to take off, but it was tied to a tree.
But we tied it pretty good to the tree. We got like a big thick chain and tied the.
My parents had a little damage on the screen on their lanai. No big deal. And
you know what we have?
My aunt's trailer. It did very well too. Only a couple little pieces fell off the side of it.
We still have some of those Facebook feeds from it, right?
Should. Maybe we could share it on Facebook.
Yeah, maybe we'll share it on Facebook.
And if you haven't checked us out on Facebook,
you should.
You should definitely do that. Facebook.com/
Us and More.
Us and More YT.
Yep.
So that's pretty much it.
We will have more videos. I mean, because we're going to go on Wednesday. And if we don't go out on Wednesday, we'll give you another update.
And also, if we are going, which I'm pretty sure we will, maybe it'll be dark, it'll be early Wednesday morning when we leave the house. It takes about 2 hours from here. We're in Southwest Florida. So it takes about 2 hours to get to Fort Lauderdale. So maybe we can get some road video on the way.
We had to go through the alligator alley.
So that pretty much sums up what we're trying to do as far as give everybody updates and stuff like that. Anything else?
Is there anything else? No? I think we're good.
Alright. Well, guys, that's the latest right now, and we're just waiting till Wednesday at this point. So, appreciate you for checking us out. If you haven't done it already, hit subscribe down yonder. And
like this video.
Like this video and hit the little bell notification that'll let you
and
know.
leave us a comment.
Yes.
Leave us a comment.
The bell notification will let you know when we pop something new up. And we try to do it as often as possible, at least once a week. We did not get to do yesterday's video, but that's why we got it.
Yeah, and you guys got kind of lucky because I gave you 2 last week, so kind of makes up for it too.
So that's the latest, and
All right.
we'll let you know what's going on from there.
All right.
We'll see ya.
Bye, guys.